The Vanishing hotel room. Claire and her mother, Margaret, had been traveling through France enjoying their long-awaited vacation. After a day of sightseeing, they checked into an old, elegant hotel in Paris. The concierge, a stern-looking man, handed them their key with a polite nod. "Room 306, he said. The room was quaint but comfortable. High ceilings, antique furniture, and a large window overlooking the city. Claire helped her mother settle in, placing their suitcases by the bed. "I need some aspirin," Margaret sighed, rubbing her temples. Claire offered to fetch some from the lobby. She stepped out, taking note of the room number again, 306, before heading downstairs. The concierge greeted her with the same stiff expression. "May I help you?" "My mother needs some aspirin," Claire said. The concierge nodded and disappeared into a back room. It took longer than expected, but eventually he returned with a small bottle. Claire thanked him and hurried back upstairs. She stopped in front of room 306. Something felt wrong. The door looked different. The brass numbers gleamed as if they had just been polished, and the wood looked newer than before. Brushing off her unease, she knocked. No answer. She tried the handle. Locked. Frowning, Claire went back downstairs. "Excuse me," she said to the concierge. "I think my key isn't working. My mother's inside, but she's not answering." The man's expression didn't change. "Your mother?" "Yes, Margaret Sullivan. We checked in an hour ago, room 306. The concierge's face paled slightly. "Mademoiselle," he said carefully, "we have no guest by that name." Claire let out a nervous laugh. "That's impossible. We just checked in." The concierge turned to his register book and flipped through the pages. "There is no record of a Margaret Sullivan, and room 306 has been vacant for weeks." Claire's heart pounded. "Number? That's wrong. I put our bags in there myself." A security guard approached, eyeing her with concern. "Perhaps you are mistaken, madam?" "No!" Claire's voice rose. "Please, just open the room." After a tense pause, the concierge exchanged a look with the guard and sighed. He grabbed a master key and led her upstairs. Claire's hands clenched into fists as she followed. They reached room 306. The concierge unlocked the door and pushed it open. Claire stepped inside and froze. The room was empty. No suitcases, no signs of life, no sign her mother had ever been there. This isn't right." Claire spun around. "Where's my mother? Where are our things?" The concierge shook his head. "Mademoiselle, I assure you, this room has not been occupied for weeks." Claire's chest tightened. She ran to the closet, empty. She checked the bathroom, nothing. The bed was perfectly made, untouched. It was as if the room had been abandoned long ago. Panic gripped her. "Did someone move our things? Did you check the security cameras?" The concierge's lips pressed into a thin line. "Madame, perhaps you need some rest." "Don't patronize me," Claire snapped. "My mother was here. I was just gone for 10 minutes." The security guard took a step closer, his voice careful. "Are you sure you arrived with someone, madam?" Claire's breath caught in her throat. Of course she had. She knew she had. She remembered her mother's laugh on the train ride, the way she complained about her aching feet as they checked in. She remembered helping her into bed. So why couldn't she remember checking in at the front desk together? Why did she have no proof? Claire's knees buckled. She grabbed her phone with shaking hands, flipping through her photos. The pictures from earlier that day. There were shots of the Eiffel Tower, the street cafes, even the view from their hotel room window. But none of them had her mother in them. Her hands trembled. She searched for her mother's contact in her phone. Gone. No messages, no call history, no sign Margaret Sullivan had ever existed. Claire staggered backward. This isn't possible. I didn't imagine her." The concierge and guard exchanged another look. "Would you like us to call someone for you?" the concierge asked gently. Claire's vision blurred. She backed out of the room, shaking her head. Somewhere deep in her mind, a terrible thought whispered, what if she had never come here at all?